He doesn't care, but I do.
Okay.
Hey, Kai Brown.
Hey, Coach David.
Hey, Sharon.
Hey, David.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, good to see you. Kind of, sort of.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello,
Everyone.
Hey.
Hi.
So today, number one, give yourself a pat on the back for being here because you didn't have to. You want to. There's a big difference between have to and want to. Um, taking control of your time and energy. Today I'm gonna change it up just a tad. I think it's on my mind quite a bit. Everybody here, I mean, some are new, some are seasoned, some have been in things, films and plays and voiceover. There's a collection of people here. But anyway, so I've been thinking about auditions, okay, a lot. Okay? You learn and you do research and you're here and you check your 9/9 history, which you should at least every second day. So really good about that, and they're there to help you. But ultimately, you want to take all you've learned, and you learn as you go as you learn. Okay? You're never going to arrive. When is it boring? It's like, okay, now we're ready. I'm at the top of my game. No, you're never at the top. Neither am I. But you're learning and growing. The more you learn, the more you earn. So you want audition. Right? You want auditions. Auditions is how it's how we it's kind of like an interview for people that might be a little nervous about auditions. Okay, when you go for a new job, when you go on a blind date, if you're single, when you go on a date, period, when you get a new car, okay, you have an idea of what you want, but you're still on nervous. Just look at it as a interview. So that's just an interview. So there's I'm going to say there's 3 different types of major audition. Okay? Number 1 is film. Okay, it could be a feature film, could be independent film. I just kind of ran across an audition today for a feature film, and I'm gonna go for it. See what happens. And then there is theater. Okay, theater. Okay, where it all started back in ancient Greece. Okay, and there is voiceover. There's voiceover auditions. So there's 3 different major auditions. And TV is in there too. TV. Let's just say that. So, by a show of hands, just to get people stirred up and warmed up today. How many people are interested in theater audition?
Oh, okay.
Me.
Yeah. Being in front of an audience, is really, really a unique experience. It really is. You have to think on your feet. All right. And it just put it this way, people that are everybody once in a while has been in front of groups, right? Okay, in person, not like this, but this is cool. It's the same thing. There's theater auditions and there's a lot of great, and I don't care where you live. If you look around, I guarantee you in the US and in Canada, you're going to find theaters, repertory theaters, professional theaters, college theaters, community theaters. You're going to find theaters that are putting on plays, that are auditioning for roles, okay? Whether it be Les Mis, whether it be Wizard of Oz, whether it be a mystery, Agatha Christie, whatever it is. They need people. And you have a type. You carry with you around a type, okay? Physical type. And yeah, just one moment.
That was yours. That was yours.
One moment.
Gave yours.
There we go. Make sure you keep the background noise at a minimum. Anyway, so we have that. Okay. I'm gonna engage people in a minute here, but then we have film auditions. Okay. There's feature films, there's short films. Great short films. A lot of them you can find on YouTube. Some of them are really good. And there's independent films. Okay. And so we have all of those. And then we have voiceovers. Voiceover film. Okay? And voiceovers are a lot of fun. I've done them before. You don't need to memorize necessarily the script because it's right in front of you. Okay. And I know I have some students, and I've had students in the past who are doing very well, that have delved into voiceover work. and they work at home, and they have their set up their own studio and things like that, which is really not that expensive. The only expense is usually microphone and software, basically. But so there's a lot of different ways that you can earn a living, partially earn a living, whatever you choose, in this business. But you must audition. Okay. Here's how you don't audition. This is my little pet peeve. When you go online, okay, listen close, please. When you go online and you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, I'll just say those two, and you see an audition notice, okay, and you put the word at the bottom, interested. No one's gonna know. No one, trust me, no one is going to be interested that you're interested. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't. You have to step out, okay, and think about it, and listen and read the email, read the post very carefully, and do exactly what they ask you to do. Because if you don't do exactly what they ask you to do, you're going to be thrown to the side because you didn't follow through. Didn't put the subject matter accurately. You didn't include your resume. You didn't include this or that or whatever. Because we tend to scan things. No. Okay? That does nothing in life except make us tired. Okay? So that's very important. When you're looking for auditions, even when you're looking at your 9-9 history, you have certain requirements that you have to meet that the casting wants done. Okay, so they can do their business because it is a business. Okay, that's very important. And if you can't, like for instance, sometimes like I'll just say Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD, they have locals only. They're very particular about the whole thing, have to be in Chicago or Illinois or somewhere around there. Okay, they might give leeway depending on your type and stuff, and if they're anything. But if you can't do something, don't audition. Okay, make sure again, like I said, this business is like it takes 3 different things. It's like 3 different auditions. It takes time, it takes energy, which you're expending right now, and it takes money, which you're expending right now. You're going to expend all those things for the rest of your life until you don't breathe anymore. Okay. There's no way you can't save time, you can't save energy, and you really can't save money because you're always saving for something, so you spend on it. Right? Okay. So don't kid yourself. Okay. But let me ask you this. What who are you here? I said theater. We can do all 3. How many people in here are interested or have done film auditioning for features or for indies or for films or college films? Okay, that's a big thing you could get into and really learn a lot. Okay.
I just did.
Did what, Sharon?
I did a self-tape. I sent in an audition for an untitled feature film to be casted in March and April.
Okay. Excellent. For you. I am. Keep us posted on that. Good for you. Is it
I
New York?
promise. It's in New York, yes.
So the name of it is Untitled?
Yes. And I had to sign an NDA right away not to divulge anything.
Well, that's
But
okay.
It was a 5-page audition.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's excellent. Yeah. NDA stands for what?
Non-disclosure agreement.
Right, exactly. So everybody, ask Sharon, I knew what it meant, but I wanted to hear it from her, not just me. You don't disclose anything. Shh, right? You don't do that, okay? You don't. even to the point, you gotta be very careful, I'll tell you this, when auditions, and you gotta go, that's absolutely. You want to, so bad, you wanna find the right words and the right fonts and put it on Facebook. Booked it, book it, I booked it, okay? Don't do keep it to yourself, okay? Because number one, they, whoever they are, they're not worthy to know everything about your life, okay? Keep it to yourself. It's a treasure, something you worked on and worked for. Then later on, as progressing, enjoy your moment in the spotlight, enjoy the rehearsals, enjoy the sets, things, enjoy meeting people, okay? Then, hey, divulge it. It's kind of like having a baby, you know? You don't just take it for a walk everywhere. you it's yours. It's yours. Okay. And you earned it. Um, yeah. These hands that went up, that's for future, that's for auditioning for film, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See,
No, I actually have a question.
what's up?
'Cause, you know how wait you know how you say how most of these casting directors most of the casting directors want local people, right?
Yeah.
But living out here in California, living out here in California, there's a lot of movies and projects set out here, but none of the main cast aren't from California.
No,
We're always getting pushed off in the background.
I know I'll tell you, there's a lot of, there are things in California that are going on. It's the entertainment capital. Okay. However, they're not exclusive. There are things going on that I know of. Speaking of auditions in films, in Kentucky, Virginia, Alabama, Tennessee, Nebraska, Arkansas, just everywhere, just everywhere. Okay, yeah, they do, and so don't locate yourself, don't limit yourself. In other words, just one state, you know. Um, yeah, branch out, go past your comfort zone. Everybody has them. I'm. Always fighting mine, I don't want to do that. Why? David, it's okay to talk to yourself because it's inconvenient because you'll stretch yourself. Well, do it. Shut up. You got to talk to yourself. It's not a bad thing. One thing I got to throw this in. I was doing a virtual Tony Robbins seminar last week, and this one man said something. The major problem is the world that we're not supposed to have problems. It's like, he had a great testimony. And, with this perfect virtual world that we live in occasionally with filters and fake faces and this and that, we get this connotation, this belief, this BS belief system that we're supposed to be perfect. We're supposed to not have problems. Okay. In fact, problems are awesome because every character that you ever audition for has them. They have a challenge. They have a problem. Superman has two weaknesses. One is kryptonite. The other is Lois Lane. So everybody has something you have to deal with. And the more you deal with the problem, the more diverse you become. Everything's figure out. And then you figure it out. And then lo and behold, you run across this audition where this man or woman has the same problem or close to it. So you can relate to it. You know what I mean? So you can up your audition possibilities, booking with just being yourself. I don't care if it's film or theater or voiceover. Even cartoon characters, okay, have problems. Okay. Elmer Fudd has a problem with his being too trusting with Bugs Bunny. Okay. Everybody has something. Okay. And that's what makes life interesting. Just a little life lesson there. Jamie's iPhone, you have your hand up, sir.
Man, you were always.
I heard there's supposed to be another one in the making. I'm sure.
Is it? I always tell
Getting mixed messages here. Could you repeat that?
What?
I was talking to Jamie's iPhone. Anyway, yeah, keep your mic on. If you have a question, raise your hand. Or put in the Q&A, either way. Okay, here's something from somebody, Kim. Okay. Hi, Kim Cannon. I grew up on the back. This is interesting. I grew up on back crew movie and TV sets. That is awesome. Looking at acting and evolving voice, I also want to do print and promo modeling. I am a nail salon with headphones on. I'm not here. I am with the ADR in Hawaii. I haven't been awarded a project yet. I've auditioned for. Please keep yourself muted unless you have something to say. Raise your hand. Okay. Anyway, you have a lot of potential. You have a lot of things going on. Please, sorry. There we go. So Kim, that's excellent. Here's what I want you to do. And this goes for everybody too, and some people are used to me, it's fine. But actingcoachdavid@gmail.com. And if you have questions, something, just let me know. And write to me. There you go. Yeah. Also my website, if you want to look it up, it's tamgroup.net. Now how many here would like to do or have done any type of voiceovers whatsoever?
I like to, haven't done it.
I would like to.
I would like to too.
I definitely would.
Listen to you
Yes.
guys.
Sounds
Okay.
interesting.
So my question is, okay, hands down, and put it in the Q&A, and I'll address it that way. Okay. Why haven't you? There's always a reason why we do something, why we don't do something, you know. So put it in the Q&A. I'm very curious about this. Because you know how we tell kids this, you can do anything you put your mind to, and they run with it. Oh, absolutely. If you're an adult of any type or uncle or aunt, or and you're telling a little boy, a little girl, you can do anything you want to put your mind to, they run with it. And it's a lot of fun to watch them do things, you know? And so my question to you is, and here's the first question. Kim, yes, voice is good. I have a Pro Custom Studio completed with a soundproof box and Logic Pro software. You're set up. Tell you what, Kim, you have my email. Write to me. I would like to talk to you about those things. Definitely. And excuse me, I'm sorry. One moment. Looking for something. Someone's clickety clacking. Please stop that. Okay, so let's see. Waning confidence, Gregory. Okay, there's only one way to gain confidence. So anyway, you drive a stick. Well, have you tried? Well, no. Well, then try. And then you do it, and then you learn. A little bit of rough times there, but you learn, and then you do it. Okay, the only way, and it's not watching a video. It's not reading a book. I highly recommend all of that and get an education. But if you don't do something, you'll never gain confidence. Period. Kim, I just had shoulder surgery, and I'm ready. Excellent. You're a trooper. I like that. Antonio Edwards, interested in a little bit of everything. Now that's really good when it comes to going to that place called the Corral. I think it's a restaurant, and yeah, and they have all kinds of food that you can try. Okay, and it's good. You know, it's really good. But that's a different story. If you dabble, you'll never get what you want because you're not diving in. Okay, if you dabble in going to the gym once a month, chances are good you're not going to get it. Got to do every day, every second day, every third day, every week. You got to do it. You can lose. I know stories. and my own too. At times you can lose years off of your life by dabbling and getting the mundane things done, work, sleep, eat, go out, blah, 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 birthdays, Christmas. Okay. And it's really scary. People realize, wait a minute, what have I done in the last 12 years? You know, you keep putting those things off thinking you have time. You don't have time. Nobody has time. Until, well, right now we have time, but we don't know that tomorrow. So, yeah, don't dab. Tanya, I pronounced that right.
It's Tanya.
Just started. Is it? Did I pronounce it right? Tanya.
Just Tanya.
Okay. Just started this journey, and I need to find out what lesson to take. Until then, take me work. I love it. You're honest, and that's why you get answers, because you ask questions. I love people who ask questions. I really do. So, write to me. There is my email, and then we can talk on a Zoom and get to know each other and see what you really want, because that's what I do for a living. That's what I do for a living. Okay, Vanessa Murphy, Nancy Cartwright's voiceover course in masterclass.com is so much fun. Yeah, she is the voice of, I mean, she does a lot of fun, but she's the voice of, I want to say Bart Simpson, or is it Lisa? I think it's Bart. Yeah, it's one of the two. So that's good.
She did more than one character, but mainly Bart, but she's done several.
Lisa
Yeah.
too.
So you take that, okay, and I show people how to actively become a voiceover artist. That's what we do. Coaching.
Yeah, she goes over your vocal techniques, your vocal identity, how to become a voice actor, creating your character voices, creating distinct characters, and breaking down your script. It's very good.
Same thing I do, and I respect that highly. Sharon was hesitant till I recorded my own voice. Now I'm thinking about it seriously. Good. That's a thing, you think about something long enough and you end up doing it. I get it. Because everything, I was just talking to someone yesterday. You have two vocal cords. They're muscles in your throat, okay? If you do not develop them, if you do not develop, just like a muscle, bigger part of your body, okay? Working out, exercising, whatever you do, your vocal cords will not serve you well. Well, I can't sing. No, you have a voice, right? Well, yeah. You don't have the confidence because you haven't applied yourself. If you apply yourself, you'll pass that silly thing called fear. You've got nothing to be afraid of. Then you end up having a better voice. Amazing. If you do something, you get a result, So while I understand about hesitancy and things, that's fear, just do it. And you'll realize there was nothing to be afraid of. And then it's like, oh, happens with me, I did it. And then something new comes up and, but eventually you catch your pattern. Listen, you did this, and this before. This is just similar, and it's a new challenge. David, shut up and go do it. You gotta kick your own butt sometimes. You really do. Arnold Johnson, is being a singer an asset for voiceovers? Oh my, yes it is. Because there's dictation, there is pronunciation, there is plosives, there is International Phonetic Alphabet. There is a lot of things that go in singers, voiceovers, okay? Because you have 44 muscles in your face, okay? You develop them on purpose. They don't happen, especially nowadays with all the emojis and stuff. So our face, and this is medically proven, we lose the elasticity and the expressions of our face because we're like this all the time. LOL. I'm laughing out loud. LOL. Okay. And we actually lose. It's scary. We lose the ability to express ourselves. Don't allow that to happen to you. How do you do that? Well, you use your face. Peter's iPhone, I have never done voiceover, is more easily compared to acting. Oh, okay, great question, Peter. Tell everybody. The big difference, the only difference between stage and film versus voiceover is they don't see you because you still use your face and use your use your expressions in front of the microphone. Okay? Because movement creates emotion and brings out the truth of the character, just like I'm doing. Okay, you don't see. I'll use an archetype now. Robin Williams in Aladdin. Okay, when he was behind the microphone, he wasn't just talking like this, and he was like engaged. Okay, and that's what brings out. Okay, brings out life to the character. That's huge. So yeah, I hope that answered your question.
Yes.
Jonathan Thomas, I'm in the same boat as Tanya. I'm brand new to this and not sure where to go. That's why you're here. That's why we're at time. And I have offered, if you want, like I said, write to me. I'm not going to try to find out where you live, but just questions. I have answers. If I don't have answers, I'll find people who do. I do. That's what I do. Kai Brown, haven't been able to find a job to keep up with the financials of being an entertainer. Okay, so you want to ask yourself this, not what you can't do. If we focus on what we can't do, we'll get it every time. I can't do this, 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 and this, and this, and that. I can't do that either. And what can you do? Dig deep, create your life, don't achieve. What can you do to create a steady flow of income? The easiest thing in the world is to earn money. It really doesn't take a brain. You earn it. Now, what you do with it is a different story. Okay, I kind of teach that too. If you go out and you spend a lot of money on Monsters or 5-hour energies or coffee at Starbucks, to excess, your money just literally flows like water and you lose what you got and you think you can't afford this and this. Well, guess what? You just spent $45 last week on eating out. I didn't want to cook. That's okay. But you did what you did. So it takes a lot of discipline. Life takes a lot of discipline. Discipline is freedom because if you have discipline in what you do, you can do anything that you really want to do. So yeah, and I teach that too as well. So that there, catching up on all these wonderful. I love you guys. How like you are really engaging. You're involved with your own life and involved with other people's lives. People are attracted to movement and energy, not attracted to the opposite. Zoom user, this is my first time in acting and I'm in my 60s. Great. You know what that means? You have a lot to offer. It's called life experience. The older you are, the more experience, the good, the bad, and the ugly that you have in your life. And then the more you can relate to a character who's going through good, bad, or ugly. Okay? So you're actually ahead of the game. So never think, I'm too old to be an ad, too old. No, you're not. You are where you are because that's where you are and you can use what you have. Monica, do you need to have a stage name, character name you developed? No, you don't. Unless you're really out there and you're getting really big. In fact, I don't know. Harrison Ford, he used his name. You don't need a stage name. In fact, because we live in the age that we do, I'll say this. I help people develop a lot of things, and one of them is a business page for their social media. And many times, and I'm being kind of funny here, okay, but they would put something like super actor David. Okay, no one's going to look for the word super. No one's going to look for the word actor. That's so common, but they will look for your name. Use the name that was given to you, the .com or .net or whatever, okay? But use your name, get your name out there that attaches to this thing called your face, People will recognize your name with your face. Okay, so don't get all tied up in that. That's why people end up trying to be famous on TikTok. It just doesn't work. Christopher Haynes, how do I set up my profile? Well, that's a big question, so I'm going to say it right there, and then we can talk. Okay. There you go. Yeah, Bobby, I showed up to a commercial audition and they hired me just by the clothes. Really? Just by the clothes I was wearing. Are you able to talk there, Bobby?
Yeah, I showed up to. It was a commercial for the subway system in St. Louis, and I showed up dressed like a college student. As soon as I walked through the door, they said, "You're hired next."
That's sweet. See, you could have all the talent in the world. You can have the right look and everything else. They liked your clothes, right?
Yeah, because the railway system goes right past the college there, and they was going into college, so I figured I'd walk in with a backpack and everything on, and yeah, they hired you right then and there. I just walked in, walked out. That was it.
See, you now, Bobby, are you glad you did that?
Yes, I did. I'm very glad.
What if you didn't do it? What if you I'm afraid I'm not gonna do it. You would have passed up something wonderful.
Yes, because now that commercial we did, now if you go to the Metrolink for St. Louis, they turn it into the training video. So now I'm in their training video.
That's awesome. You know, and what did you learn by that? What did you pick up by that?
I learned the research the part and dress for success, dress towards that character.
Yes. Because
that gives them more eyes on you to look at you.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, we might not have great wardrobe. I don't know. You might have a wonderful wardrobe. Maybe you have clothes at home that you don't wear simply because you're waiting for a special occasion. Okay. Special occasion is now. Okay. If you want to wear a suit, wear a suit. I don't care where you're going. Okay. Wear something that exudes who you are, because that turns people's heads. Okay. Opposite of wearing, and I'm not making fun of anybody, but everybody knows it happens. Okay. When you go to Target or Walmart or Myers or wherever you go to shop. Okay. And people just wear dowdy clothes. Some people, they come in their slippers and they wear a robe and stuff. It's like, what? Have respect for yourself enough to dress yourself up, and you'd be amazed at how great you feel. Seriously, that's a great story there, Bobby. I like it.
Hi, excuse me.
I was going to get to you. Yes.
How are you?
Good.
That's good. I was illustrating on the point when you said you have to do what you're good at earlier.
Right.
So it's like what you are creating, your artistry type, and like your productive work ethnicity.
Yeah, it's kind of like your archetypes.
Okay. So archetypes is like what?
Archetypes are playing villain, or the romantic person, or the nerd, or the geek, or the villain, or I said villain, the hero.
Yeah.
Those
okay.
Are archetypes.
So do you want us, me, to like dig deep and see what type of role I'm more equipped with, or just more of what type of feelings I possess?
I would say everything you said is very valid. Okay. Number one, know your physical type.
Okay.
If you're 5'7", you're 5'7". And aside from platform shoes or high heels, I'm talking to a woman, really can't change your height. Okay. Now cameras can change your height. There's various ways they do that. But that's your physical type. Accept your physical type, work on your physical type, be healthy, and do what's right for your body. Okay. Proper rest, proper food, proper exercise, everything else, proper vacation. That's huge. That way you're feeling fresh and confident. Okay. And as you dig in, because everything happens within, your in-look becomes your outlook. That's your belief system, BS.
Ooh.
You look inside, okay, what am I comfortable with in a role? And that's good. But what am I daring to do? You know?
I'm daring to be in like nurse because I have a service heart and I'm defensive to like the unable to defend themselves. So I would like play a cop role as well.
I can see that with the picture
I'm
that
big on abuse being justified and handled properly. So that's kind of more of me, or a good mom role, a caring person. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I thank you for that. Saying figure out what you possess. Yeah,
Right.
in the inside. You said the inside will come on the outside.
It always happens.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Don't look on the outside. That's when people look on the outside, they end up having quantity instead of quality. Okay. And sometimes it's scary looking on the inside, but then you realize, hey, there's nothing to be afraid of. You're created good, so it can't be bad. You know, you have good qualities. You got to figure out what those are. You know, because that's what casting directors look. I'm just saying, they look for life and people that know how to live life, and people that have problems, and people that have insecurities. Because there's a lot of things. George McFly, just confrontation. You know, well, he played that up really well. He was a quote unquote, I'm trying to be nice, but he was a geek nerd loser. Okay. But he found himself at the end, didn't he? He found himself and he found that fist, biff. Okay. And all of a sudden his whole life changed. Right. Those are interesting characters. Every one of you have that something inside of you. You just have to find it and polish it up like a diamond. That's what you need to do. And I can help you with it, and I can help you. All you have to do is bring your willing heart. If life is not going to wait for you, because it'll go by. Willow Wilson. Willow Wilson, you had your hand up. Going once, going twice. Willow Wilson.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. How you doing today?
Good. What's your question?
Well, I have never done this before, and,
Okay.
I have a little fears, but I'm not afraid of the camera because I do pictures and things like that all the time. I did photo shoots before, and I'm just ready to kind of dig in and try to see where I fit in. I work in healthcare. I wouldn't mind doing something in that field, maybe, nursing area. And I just feel like what you said earlier, it made sense that get over your fears and just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm ready to do it. I'm 65, so
Then you're perfect.
okay, that's a compliment for real.
You have life experience.
Yes.
You have a lot to offer, a lot to express. Okay.
Just need a little guidance, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you give good input and everything. I appreciate everything that you do. This is like my third time listening to your coming into your webinar, and you really say things that hit home, and it's like, okay, I could do that.
Yes, you can. Thank you for the compliment. Actingcoachdavid@gmail.com.
Okay. Okay.
Actingcoachdavid@gmail.com. There's a little assignment before, and I want to hear from you. Okay.
Okay.
Like
Gotcha.
today. Okay. Just shoot me. Hey, this is Willa. Talk and tell me a little bit about yourself, and I'll answer today.
Okay.
But yeah, here's something every one of you can do. Now, all of you are talented. Okay, that's a given. You were born. God gave you certain abilities, and you find out what they are. But not everybody develops them into what they call a skill. Why? Because it takes work. It takes work. And obviously, you guys are willing to do the work because why? Because you're here. You could be anywhere on the planet, virtually or in real life. But you chose to be here. So that's a congratulatory for you. I guess you should give you that. But today, write down some skills that you do. And if you don't know what they are, because sometimes we get too close to ourselves, that you do really well. Because they could go on your resume. They should go on your resume, And the more you know yourself, the more you can present those things that you know. And that's what people love. Thank you, Kim, for the compliment. No, thank you very much. Write to me. You're interesting. You really are. And also, I'm going to say this. Okay, Virginia Reynolds, she is a fantastical poet. See, that's one of her skills. Virginia, you should have this on your resume. Seriously. Well, no, they weren't looking. Who are they? They're not looking for a poet. Okay, who are they? They. What is that? You don't know. You don't know. You could play one of the famous poets of 1800s. I don't know off the top of my head. Okay, but here you go. So I'm going to read this. Okay, The Future Chooses Me Too by Virginia Reynolds. I stand in the middle of 1,000 millions, each one calling my name in a different rhythm. Listen to this rhythm. Okay, everybody has a rhythm. Some whisper like poems, soft and steady. Some roar like a stage light warming my skin. Some rise like a story begging to be written. I'm gonna pause on that. Everybody has a story. Before it burns a hole in my chest. Yeah, really. Because if you don't do something with your passion, it will do damage. It really will. These directions. People ask, what do you want to be? As if I'm supposed to be a big one star while the whole sky keeps reaching for me. But I've learned something sacred. Purpose isn't a single answer. That's pretty deep. I'm telling you, I hope you're putting this down there, Virginia, as a book. It's not really difficult to write a book. I'm writing one myself. It's going to be done in a few days, thankfully. But yeah, definitely. And here's Bob. Listen to this. Okay, same Bobby that was commercial. I am a disabled veteran, and I'm really interested in war films. Bobby, you need to write to me. I know a lot of people. I have a lot of experience in combat, former 101 airborne. How hard is it to get into those films? And I'm a licensed skydiver. Dude, I was just talking about you, and I didn't even know it. You need to write to me because that's a lot to talk about. So take time for yourself instead of for other people all the time. I say that to myself too. And write to me because you have a lot to offer right there. Right there. Okay? I'm assuming you heard me.
Acting Coach David, I'll write that down.
Yeah, please do. actingcoachdavid@gmail.com. Greetings from. What's that?
Oh, I took a screenshot so I could write to you later.
Oh, that's very very strategizing of you. I can't do that. I'm really excited now. Greetings from which link. I can't pronounce that. Robert Niren, but voiceover for Stromedy Studios has a big. Robert, are you there? Robert Niren, are you there? Once, twice. Robert Niren. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, Robert Niren is very cool. He's on here almost all the time. It's great. He has great energy. And he's funny. He worked for an audition for My Little Pony character. Okay. And yeah, that's really awesome. I wish you could speak out there, but I don't know where you went. Vanessa Murphy. How do you work out the nerves when auditioning? Just talking to one of my students about that. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give you something simple to do. But write to me, okay? And here, he wrote this. My nerves tend to affect my voice. That's normal. And either to forget or stumble on words, perhaps. Running, anything else other than exercise? Yes. Exercise the body, and that helps endorphins to relax. But once you come back to yourself, it's kind of hard. So I'm going to give you an example. Okay, we have what they call a subconscious mind, which is a storehouse. It's like a library of the mind. Okay, so we have all these books, volumes, and it has our names in every one. Okay, and for every decade, every year, every moment of our lives. Okay, so it's like a Dewey Decimal System. There, I dated myself. Okay, you look through the cards in the old-fashioned way, which I missed terribly. But yeah, working. Yeah. The brain says, I can't do that. Stop yourself. Excuse me. What'd you say? You mean I won't do that? And why won't I do that? Because I'm afraid. What am I afraid of? See what I'm doing? What am I afraid of? I'm afraid that I'll fail. Have you failed before, David? So what are you afraid of? You keep trying.
There we go.
Right? Or you're afraid of success because you don't know if you can handle it, because that means you'll have to learn more. And people might not like you, and other people might. You might, get a star on the Walk of Fame, and it's like, I can't handle that. Well, no, you can't. Not now. That's why life is a step at a time. Okay, you don't want to overwhelm yourself even before you get out the front door. This is called emotional mastery. Okay, you can't master time. It's impossible. It takes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Doesn't need your help. Got to master your emotions. Talk it out. That's one way of, there's a lot of ways. That's one way of getting rid of the nerves, okay? Because there always be. Because if something means a lot to you, you're going to want it really bad. So I hope that helps. Robert, Nairn, your hand's up now.
Yes.
What's
Can you hear me? Testing?
Testing.
Okay. Yes, David. Glad to see you. Glad to be here again. 4
Good.
years, almost 5 now.
So tell me about this voiceover. Us.
Oh, well, I did a couple actually in the last couple of months. I did one for commercial, and I did one just recently for Stromedy Studios. I've done several parts for them. Buying the Lamborghini, poor man or homeless man buys the Lamborghini, but that was stage or basically film. I'm working right now on a audition that I just got yesterday for My Little Pony as one of the characters.
You played
So I'm
My
looking
Little
forward.
Pony? Robert, where'd you go?
Say again?
You
I'm
played
here.
You played My Little Pony?
I'm working on an audition for it right now.
Okay, I'm going to ask you something that you would do the voice of My Little Pony.
Yes, I'm going to be a father, one of the father figures.
I want to hear the voice you're going to use.
The voice?
Yeah.
Well, from what I've seen so far, I've just okay. Let's go. Let's go and do this together.
I like
just
that.
working on it.
You sound like a grandfather. You sound like a wise pony.
Well, that's what they're looking for.
Hey,
I don't know why they got me.
Because they liked your voice. You have a great spirit about you. You have a great spirit about you. You got a great energy about you, and people notice those things. People do not notice.
I'm trying to.
People do not
I'm
notice.
trying to. Yeah, I'm really trying to do more voice these days because going on set, it's a lot of driving and down to Toronto. I spend 4 hours on the road and 2 hours on set. Yeah.
Oh, I understand.
I'm working on
people
getting my
those
studio.
I hear you. Thank you, Robert. So this right here, trust me on this. You can observe yourself doing this and put it down, and then you'll see everybody else doing it. No one is attracted to this. If you're on set and you're in the back of your green room waiting for your call, if you have if your background or if you have a role to play, this is not good. No one sees this as attractive, charismatic. You're living in your little boxy phone there. Okay.
Yeah,
No.
I
You-
never bring my phone out when I'm in on set or whether I'm in holding. I try and react to all the people that are in the set or in holding. You don't learn anything by looking at your phone.
Love you. That's awesome. No, you don't learn anything by looking at the phone. I'll tell you why, because it's all information. It's all information, and you don't earn it. It's just given to you. Anything that's given to you, you don't value.
Agree 100%. They take your phone away from you, and you don't get it back till you're finished filming.
You know what that sounds like, Sharon? That sounds like we're in 6th grade.
Yeah, exactly, but it works.
But it does, and you're getting me all worked up here. On a film set, for example, they want to see what? The phone in your face? No, they want to see your face. They want to see you, and if you look down, they assume in a blink of an eye, because they're very visible, that you're not interested. Oh, okay. I'll take you, and you, and you. Okay. So there's no need, nothing aside from an emergency. Having a baby, which is an emergency kind of. Nothing is that important to look on the phone because you're scrolling. It's not good. Kai Brown says, I know I'm talented because I'm always getting invited to perform for these tours. But every time I improve my life, everything goes the exact opposite direction. And I don't really have a support system. Well, Kai, you just gave yourself your answer. You need a support system. So you need to develop a support system. Now, maybe you're different than I am, and you are, I don't know. But nobody's going to. Did you answer the door? Yeah. Oh, you're my support system? How did you know where I live? Really? Oh, those people behind her, are they supporting you too? No, just a minute, I gotta get a tissue. That's not gonna happen. You need to seek and you shall find. Knock on the door and it'll be answered. You need to go out there and look like you lost your keys to your house or your car. You gotta look out and you gotta look. You gotta connect with me, connect with other 99, connect with other people. Step out of your comfort zone, or like I refer to it as the coffin zone, because you ain't nothing down there. And you just do it. So get out there, Kai, and do it. Okay. Otherwise, nothing's going to happen. It's going to tick away. Reminds me of that song, Where Sticks. Too much time on my hands and it's ticking away from me. Makes no sense at all. Anyway, Jason Hawthorne. I've always wanted to try acting. Love TV and movies. That's what makes me different. Because he didn't have any education at first. Really value a great portrayal of someone who feels real. That's pretty neat there, Jason Hawthorne. Did you know your last name is famous as far as like poetry is concerned? Anyway,
I do.
Yeah.
Good old Uncle Nathaniel.
There you go. There you go. So if you want to try. Do try. I just sent you my email, okay?
Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Monica, great info. Thanks. Have to leave for class. It's okay. Stay warm, folks. It's freezing. Yeah, I know. Northern Ontario, Canada. Yeah, it's kind of cold here too. But bundle up, And I don't care if I care. That's why I say I don't care. If people, you have weather, okay, and weather will happen and weather will not happen, and it goes on and on. But don't let this stop you. It sounds silly, okay? But don't let the weather stop you from pursuing your dream today. Okay? Just
Excuse me.
yes.
Hi, this is Alicia again. Before we depart from this audio, I would like to say happy birthday to Olivia Benson from Law and Order. You know, my aspiration is kind of to be a cop, and I always watched her for like the last 15 years when I was a teen, you know, growing up.
Yeah.
And when you said, don't let the weather stop you today.
Exactly.
Don't let anything stop you any day.
I agree with that 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You know.
Well, thank you for today, and you have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
You too. Everybody kind of read my mind. So I want everybody to do something today. I want you to, I'm going to be a quick assignment. Number one, write to me. Okay. I'm not going to stop you. And I can try and find where you live. I'm kidding. But to me, you have questions and things, write to me. That's what I do for a living. Honestly, I love doing it. So, and I'm a professional actor as well. We got, me and my wife have 3 movies in the future coming up. So, you know, yeah, I always figure if you're going to do something, you're going to teach something, do it. Because otherwise you lose credibility. But anyway, write down the skills that you have. Well, David, I'm a brain surgeon. I don't have much to do. Pretty serious. Well, David, I have a bus for kids. Well, in other words, you take them safely into their future every day. Oh, interesting. See what I just did? You take your ordinary because it's extraordinary, and only you can do it the way you can do it. Okay? Right person down. Don't hesitate. Don't do today what's comfortable. Do what's hard, and then you get the benefits of your efforts. Okay? Anyway, so Danielle Barraza. Yes, you are late. It started at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. However, I don't know who you are, Daniel, but I'll do this for you. It'll be recorded, everybody, by the way, for you too, Daniel. So do that, and you'll get the recording. Check once again. I say check your 99 every day, every second day. It only takes minutes. We're only checking your Facebook, except you're not scrolling. Okay. So I'm going to let everybody go. Everybody have a blessed, amazing.
I'm going to leave my email.
Thank you.
Make it happen.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. I'll shoot you a message.
Thank you,
Guys,
Coach
I'll be
David.
looking.
Thank you very much, David.
I just
Enjoyed it.
emailed
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.